Okay, today we're going to be looking at section 5.5 again. This is the second day dealing with standard form, and hopefully by the end of this section you can say that I can write a linear equation in standard form. So, first thing we're going to take a look at. So the first thing you're going to be looking at, you're going to be given equations that are not in standard form. And again, standard form, we want to be looking at ax plus by equals c. So you're going to be given an equation that is in this form, which hopefully we can see as slope-intercept form, and we want to get into the standard form. So what does that mean? We need to get the x's and the y's to the same side. So all we'd have to do on this one, we just simply move the x's, so I'd have a negative x plus a y equals 6. Now this is in standard form. So what does the second part mean? Using integers, that would simply mean that the coefficient with the x is truly a -1, and the coefficient with the y is a 1, so it's truly these two are talking about the same thing. So the coefficients are integers. Integers are, again, no slope, or excuse me, no decimals, no fractions. Okay, so if I wanted to get this second one into standard form, again, we want our x's and our y's to the same side. So the first thing we should think about doing is getting rid of our parentheses. So if I distribute my x, or my negative, excuse me, I'd get a negative x minus a 3. So then I have 2 more moves left. I'm going to have to add the x to both sides. So I'd have an x plus a y plus a 5 equals -3. And then I just have to minus the 5. And I have x plus a y equals a -8. So that would be that equation then in standard form. And again, they are integer coefficients because I have a 1x plus 1y equals -8. Okay, now this next one. The first thing I'd have to do, again, I'd have to distribute to get rid of my parentheses. So I'd have y minus 1 equals a -1/2 x plus a 2. So now, how do I move my x's? I would have to add a 1/2 x. So I add 1/2 x, and now I've got a 1/2 x plus a y minus a 1 equals 2. If I added 1, I'd be left with a 1/2 x plus y equals 3. Now, the question is, are these integers? And we had just got done saying that we cannot have fractions. So we got a negative or a positive 1/2 x here. So how do I clear that fraction out? And the way we're going to clear the fractions out is we're going to be multiplying everything by the denominator. So if I multiply everything here by a 2, I would then change this to a 1x plus 2y equals now a 6. So now my new equation, my coefficients are a 1, a 2, and a 6, so we do have them in standard form. Okay, next one is in slope-intercept form. So the first thing we got to do, we just got to get in this standard form by adding 2/3 x. So I'd have a 2/3 x plus y equals a 6. So again, we're going to clear out the fraction by multiplying by its denominator. So the denominator is a 3. So 2/3 times 3 is simply 2. So we got 2x. 3 times y is 3y equals now 18. This would be my new equation in standard form. Okay, now a couple word problems for us. Here's what we got. You work 2 jobs. At the first job, you earn $10 per hour. The second job, you earn $12 an hour. You earned $440 last week. Write and graph an equation that represents the situation. What are 3 combinations of hours that you could have worked at each job? So, what does this look like? So first of all, we want to write this in standard form. So an ax plus a by equals a c. So the first thing we need to know when we're writing equations in standard form, it's going to look like there's 2 slopes. So we got job A, job 1 we'll call it, job 2. So job 1 pays $10 an hour. and job 2 pays $12 an hour. So again, those are like slopes. So one of them we're just going to attach to an x, one of them we're going to attach to a y. So our equation would simply be 10x plus 12y equals our total, which is 440. So there would be my equation. So now to graph that, we could simply do, this is job 1, not t, and job 2. So in order to graph something in standard form, this is typically where we'd use that cover-up method or our x-intercept method. So if I want to find an x-intercept, so an x-intercept, we'd cover up the y's. So cover the y's, and you'd have the equation 10x equals 440, which means x would be 44. So 44 what? 44 hours at job 1. So I don't know what the units we should go by. Maybe we can go by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So you'd have a point like there. And then if I went and found my y-intercept, cover the x, and you'd have the equation 12y equals 440. So if you take 440 and divide it by 12, 440 divided by 12, and you'd get 36 and 2/3. Again, 36 and 2/3. So that is my y-intercept. So I'd go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. So 36 and 2/3 would be like there. So what are 3 possibilities for this? You may want to make a t-chart. Job 1, job 2. So I know that if I work at job 1, if I work 44 hours, I don't have to work at job 2, because that's what I found right over here with this part. Okay? I could work no hours at job 1, and I could work 36 and 2/3 hours at job 2. That's what we found down here. So then all we have to do is find one other possibilities of hours. So you may want to think about, okay, what if I worked 10 hours at job 1. So 10 hours at job 1, that would be like putting a 10 in for the x. So that would be 100 times 10 plus 12y equals 440. So you got $100 then from your first job. So that means you'd have to make 340 from your second job. So what's 340 divided by 12? That would be 28 and 1/3. So you'd have to work 10 hours at your first job, 28 and 1/3 at your second job. Okay, so that would be your way you do that one. So over here, take a look at this one. It says Mike was a kicker for the football team. He scored 56 points during the season, kicking field goals and extra points. Write and graph an equation that represents the situation. Okay, what are 3 combinations of field goals x and extra points y he could have made? So again, same sort of thing here. We got field goals, are x. Extra points, y's. So our field goals, we get 3 points apiece. So that would be like a 3x. Extra points, we get 1. So that would be like a 1y. We know all together we scored 56 points. So our equation would be 3x plus 1y equals 56. Okay? So I will let you work with trying to find combination or the three combinations and also writing the equation, or not equation, but graphing it, and that will be something that we will look at tomorrow. Okay, that is all I have for you, and so that is a wrap.